All right, so you hear us talking a lot about independence and the benefits to being an indie artist and how you don't want to sign too soon without really having leverage. So I wanted to ask you, when you're a new indie artist, is there any such thing as a good contract to sign to a record label?
Um, yeah, it's not always a bad thing.
Mhm.
You have to think about the type of person that wants to be fully independent. That person either needs startup cash, so you need cash in reserves to hold you over or to test in different marketing and do a lot of things in your business that you need to start. Because when you're starting a music career, it's still a business, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Now, in terms of signing a deal with somebody else, if they have like we've said this on previous episodes and videos, like if they have an infrastructure in place that they can show you a pattern of success of artists that are similar to you,
Hmm.
sometimes that's not a bad idea.
Hmm.
It's no different than when other businesses are looking for investors. They're usually looking for an expertise,
Hmm.
like they're looking for other people who can provide value to them, because maybe they're just not the type of person that wants to like wear a bunch of different hats. Like
Hmm.
not everybody's like that.
Yeah.
Some people really enjoy it. Like I really enjoy it. Like I like to do a bunch of different things.
Hmm.
And that way, as CEO, I can kind of navigate different areas of the business and be able to advise them knowledgeably on that whatever they're doing, whatever that task
Yeah.
is that they're doing. Some people don't like to have their hands in a bunch of those things. So,
Hmm.
is there a good time for them to sign a deal? Yeah. Yeah, like if they can see a good track record, it lines up with their morals and what they're doing, um, and their vision for the future. Yeah, it's not a bad idea all the
Hmm.
time.
Okay. I feel like we don't hear that opinion as much. I feel like that feedback is a little bit more uncommon. What I tend to hear more often is, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what you want to do, focus on the fact that you don't have leverage as an artist and build that leverage, build that following in a community, and then get into some type of record deal situation for the simple fact of the equity and the the money that come the revenue that comes with you owning all of your what belongs to you.
That's ideal, but it takes different people.
Yeah.
So it's better to own half of a watermelon than it is a whole grape.
Hmm.
So sometimes
That's good.
you can't, but not you can't. Just everybody's specialty is not being CEO or CFO or like all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's okay. I know a lot of times in this culture, especially with millennials or Gen Z, like that focus, everybody's told you have to have you got to be this jack of all trades and like you got
Yeah.
to do this, you got to do that. That's nice if you can do it. Like
Mhm.
absolutely. Like if you can do it and you keep all the equity, or you have some structure where you have a majority share and like
Mhm.
all that stuff, that's great. But if you're holding on to that because of pride and you really don't know how to do a lot of the things,
Yeah.
but you still have a title of CEO,
Yeah.
well, you're CEO of what, a $500 a year business? Like that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not that's
Yeah.
not that great.
Yeah.
So it's and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
just it's
It's just
just
levels,
yeah,
steps.
it's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We're not putting anybody down, but recognize where you need help. That's why people come to us for promotion in the first place.
Yeah.
That's why we have Spotify promotion, because it's a pain in the butt to go reach out to a bunch of Spotify playlisters,
Mhm.
and to find a good network, and it's more efficient to give that money to somebody else to then have them go do it. It's more efficient
Yeah.
for a lot of people. Like there's problems within Facebook's ad manager that take me sometimes like an hour to figure out.
Yeah.
So if there's somebody else who doesn't do Facebook ads as much, it might take them literally a whole day. Like you can't sit and waste
Literally.
a whole day. It just makes sense to spend the money to have somebody go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know you're gonna make some artists want to go run to a record label now, right?
I mean, not a label, but a good idea would be have startup cash.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
work other jobs so that you have startup cash, and then now kind of the new record label that we're pushing out is not even a label. It's you keep all your rights, but essentially you have other people perform the services. It's an agency model, which other businesses do this, other sectors do this, I should say. Like they'll have a business set up, right?
Okay.
But then if they don't really know Facebook ads, all like that, or Google ads or whatever, they can just hire an agency to scale that up for them. Like, let's say they have a really good product.
Yeah.
A music artist might believe they have a really good product. They believe in their songs. They got good vocals. They know their instruments and all that. Mixing and mastering is good. But in terms of marketing, they don't have it all together. They don't got their website looking good. They don't have their conversions. They're not tracking their customer lifetime value and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So instead of giving up equity to somebody, they need to have upfront cash to give to an agency to set that up for them.
Okay.
That's the model we have set up. And musicians really have not like learned that model or gravitate towards it. They're starting to, now that there's more information out there for them. But yeah, that's the new model.
Yeah. It's really good information.